After I got divorced, I said, I think the next person I date, I want her to be from Colombia because I have such fond memories of, coming here.
So we are still in the Medellin office and I'm here right now with Jamal. Jamal is also one of our Elite Club clients. He is one of our VIPs who just arrived on Tuesday, like 3 days ago, to meet your special woman. We found like in the process in the last 2.5 months, I think. So you started in March, around March, right?
End of March, beginning of April is when I started, yes.
And Jamal, to give like a little bit background, how was it that you decided, okay, Latin American or in Colombia, I want to date in Colombia? How did you find AFA? You said you watched some of the videos, so I'm happy that we are together now in the video. That's great. So how was the process? How was it before you even took the decision to take that?
Right. Well, one of my best friends is actually from Colombia, and him and I have been here twice before. I was just in Medellin back in December of 2021, and in both trips, I just fell in love with the culture. I love the passion, just the kindness. And, after I got divorced, I said, I think the next person I date, I want her to be from Colombia because I have such fond memories of the trips, coming here. And as far as like the process, yeah, I found you on YouTube and saw.
Did you Google, did you put in YouTube dating, or what did you Colombian woman dating, or what did you?
Right, yeah, because I don't speak the language, and so I figured, okay, I would need some help, and so yeah, I did international dating, Colombia, and one of the top options was AFA. Yeah.
So you started watching the videos, and then you realized, okay, this is something real and something to consider. But because you could have chosen a tour, or you could have chosen individual introductions. Why did you choose the VIP service?
Well, I considered the tour, but my reasoning behind this whole process is to find a wife. That's the eventual goal. And so I didn't want something casual. And I felt the VIP service would allow me to do that, to be more purposeful in who I find.
So you were serious and you said, okay, because I'm serious, I'm taking the serious service to. And how did it go? How were the last 2 months for you?
The last 2 months were amazing. I've met some amazing women. So it was twofold. One were women who I chose, who I went to the registry and found and added to my hot list. And then the others were suggestions that you made. And come to find out, the suggestions are the ones who I'm meeting with right this week. Yes. And so that's amazing. And they turned out to be wonderful women. We've been going on dates, getting to know one another, and it's been a great experience.
Yes, and it is sometimes it's a suggestion. Sometimes, like you guys, you have your hot list obviously, and you look at the woman, but there are so many. Sometimes you don't see, or they look different in the pictures. And in the beginning, you were looking for somebody without children, right? And now you changed a little bit in between. Said, what made you change? Like.
Well, so yes, I was dead set against a woman with children, but what I found is that women with children tend to be more grounded, and they know more of what they want as opposed to those without. Those without tend to be younger and are still trying to figure themselves out and aren't as committed to, say, getting serious in a shorter time frame, let's say. Yeah.
And the age range, you are 45, right? The woman you are dating, how old are they?
The youngest is 30 and the oldest is 35. So
in that age range between 30 and 35. And did you feel that those women were ready for something serious?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, they've even said as much. They said, I don't want to play any games. I'm looking to find a husband. And I said, oh, great. Okay. Yeah.
And the women you dated in the video calls, were they professional? Did they have jobs? What can you tell about them? Were they different? Were they all the same?
They were all completely different from one another. Some are professionals with higher education. Others are, technical or work in more of a sales capacity. So a wide range of, backgrounds. Yeah.
But anything, the profession was not really something what determines your decision, no? It was
no. That doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's great that they have a career, but it wasn't something that I was looking for.
What were you looking for?
I'm looking for, regarding career, they can have one or not. That's not important. But what I'm looking for is a woman who is committed to finding love, who is kind and who is affectionate, emotionally present and mature, and has a strong relationship with God, and who's just a good person. That's
And the ones you dated this week, because we did like a whole process, it's 2 months, so to introduce a little bit, so we have like 2 months of prior matchmaking before Jamal even came, so everything was video calls and repeating the calls and see with who there's a connection, right? And so, do you remember how many dates you had, or with how many different women you started?
Started before I flew to Medellin.
Or when you started the video calls from your hot list and the suggestions? I think we did like quite a few video calls.
Yeah, I lost count. So I don't know, but quite a few. I mean, so...
like 20, 30 different ones definitely, no?
At least, yeah. And not all ended up with a second call. Like some just ended with one call, and that was cut to 30 minutes. But those who I ended up dating this week, it was an hour a piece. Some as many as 5 or 6 video calls. Yes.
Yeah, that is the idea. Once you obviously have a connection with somebody, the idea in this whole VIP service is to build up the connection even before you travel, so that when you meet, you don't feel awkward, right? If not, you feel already like you know each other. You have spent time, you know that person, you know about her life, her family, she knows about yours.
I had a top 5, and that's who I'm meeting this week. I have yet to meet number 5. I meet her tonight. But yeah, the first 4, I've had at least 2 video calls with 1, 2, 3 of them. And then the 4th one, I had 6. Yeah. And then one I'm meeting tonight, I've had 5 with her.
Yeah, with her you had a lot as well. Good. So yeah, that happens as well. With some you have more, with some you have less. We try that usually to have it more or less the same, but obviously you start the process in the beginning, you start, and then there's a new suggestion coming in the week after, and then there's a new suggestion coming in the week after, and then you start. And did you feel a difference between the 2 and the 5 calls?
I did. So the ones with more calls, obviously I have a stronger connection with, and I know more about them as far as their background and what they like and don't like. The ones with 2 or less, we're still in the familiarity, getting to know one another process, which is fine, because we're still just trying to figure out if we have a connection. And so, but obviously, yeah, the ones who I've had more of a rapport with, I'm much more connected. Yes.
And did you write some letters in between, because you have the letters included as well in the service? So did you use both calls and letters?
I sure did. I made it a point after each video call to write a letter, just so that the conversation was fresh. And yeah, I used up all my credit. So yeah.
But that's good, because we do video call letter, and then really that helps to get the connection going and not lose the momentum. Because obviously sometimes there are 1 or 2 weeks between a call, you had to travel, maybe she goes somewhere, so not everybody can connect every week. But most of the times it is possible, and with the letters I think it's a great way to go deeper, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're excited. So you're looking forward for that date tonight, and then what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is next week?
I think next week I will have made a decision on who I'd like to focus on for the remainder of my trip. I have yet to figure that out, but that's my goal, and to kind of say to this young lady, I just want to devote the rest of my time here to you, and you're who I want, and see where it goes from there. Yeah.
But so you're positive, you have a good impression, like you feel comfortable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I have one in mind. We've discussed that. But yeah, I'm going to wait until after this weekend to see what that is.
What's happening. So yeah, it's all obviously very fresh here. We are right in the middle of the process. We have not even ended, like it did not end. We ended the video calls, but we didn't end. We just started the dating. And so yeah, it will be exciting this next couple of days, and then maybe, I don't know, in 1 or 2 months maybe I can interview you again and see who it was and how it ended and how it worked out everything. So and for somebody who is right now watching this, right, and is right now doubting, is this something for me or not? What can you say? Would you recommend the service? Would you recommend AFA? How was Ginella? How was the translator? How was everything? Sure.
I would definitely recommend it. I'd say it's definitely worth your time if you're not familiar with Colombia, if you don't speak Spanish. And they're very organized. I feel like everyone has your best interest in mind when it comes to finding that person who you have a connection with. And yeah, the video calls are great. The letters are a great recommendation. I think you guys are a wonderful service, and no regrets.
You felt comfortable.
I feel very comfortable. I feel very well taken care of. I don't feel like a number. I feel like you genuinely care about the outcome of the situation. So, and that's been very helpful. So,
And what do your friends, family, everybody says at home? Because it's like kind of crazy going to another country and looking for a serious relationship. What do they say? You live in Florida, right?
I live in Palm Beach, Florida. They think it's a little weird. I'm not going to lie, but I've been defending it. I've been saying, listen, I'm very pleased, and they didn't just take my money. I flew down here. They're real. They exist. I'm still here, and I would say to them, hey, it's a great process. Don't knock it. And I'm very happy that I did it.
And you felt comfortable with the video calls as well, like talking and having, like even from home. I mean, I think it's very practical because you're sitting from home, you're dating, sitting at your desk basically, and then obviously you have to do the effort and go and meet. But like the 2 months, you don't have to go anywhere, and I think that's really like practical, especially after pandemic.
Yeah, no, it's very convenient. And Janella, my translator, she was very helpful with facilitating the meetings and the video calls. And then after the call, she would give her opinion as to how it went and give me pointers on the next call, which I found to be very helpful because the culture here is so much different from the culture in the States, and having that person who is familiar with how the other culture works is very helpful in helping you to navigate and be the best person or representation that you can be. So, yeah.
Searching for that one special woman to complete your life? Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.
mymailorderbride.com